Okay, so here's my list of the top 10 most commonly graded MetaZoo sample cards at PSA. So let's get some honorable mentions started here. First, we're going to start with Bigfoot, the card that got me into MetaZoo. So for Bigfoot sample cards, there's 16 that have been sent into PSA, and only 2 have graded as a PSA 10. It's crazy enough to own a Kickstarter Bigfoot. I couldn't even imagine seeing a sample Bigfoot in person. Cumberland Dragon, this artwork's crazy. I wonder why they changed it. This is awesome. So Cumberland Dragon sample card, 13 have been sent to PSA and only 5 graded as a PSA 10. Next we have Injured Cold, the baddest man in MetaZoo. 18 of his sample cards have been sent in and 10 graded as a PSA 10. So I think that's the highest percentage that have graded as a PSA 10 out of the ones that were sent in. That's quite a few. Just another good honorable mention. We're not even in the top 10 yet. Our next honorable mention goes to Quetzalcoatlus. 20 sample cards have been sent in and only 3 graded as a PSA 10. Next, my favorite card, one of my favorite cards in all of MetaZoo, especially because of the artwork. Wendigo, sample card, 13 of them have been sent into PSA. None have been graded as a PSA 10 and only 4 as a PSA 9. Next we have Loveland Frogman, everyone's second favorite beastie in all of MetaZoo, some people's favorite. 15 of these sample cards have been sent in to PSA and only 2 graded as a PSA 10. So coming in at number 10 on this list would be Eternal Snowflake. Coming in with 21 copies sent into PSA and only 2 grading as a PSA 10. Coming in at number 9 on our list is Sinkhole Sam, with 21 copies sent in and 8 graded as a PSA 10. Coming in at number 8 on our list, with 22 copies sent in as sample cards, Giant Space Brains. Only 1 has ever graded as a PSA 10. Looks like Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know that little brain dude inside the big robot? Next we have Headless Horseman with 23 sample cards sent in the PSA. Only 7 graded as a PSA 10. Next we have Dark Crystal with 24 copies sent in the PSA. 8 of them graded as a PSA 10. And as we all know in Crypto Nation, this is actually Blood Ruby. So why'd they change the name? I don't know if it has something to do with, there's an old movie I think called Dark Crystal or something. I could be wrong, comment below. Why was it changed from Dark Crystal to Blood Ruby? Next at number 6 we have Old Saybrook Blockheads. I never heard of this until I made the video, but there's 24 of them sent in as sample cards and only 2 graded as a PSA 10. Next at number 5 on our top 10 list, Sam Sinclair sample card. 25 of them been sent in the PSA and 6 of them graded as a PSA 10. Coming in at number 4, Piazza Bird. 25 sample Piazza Birds have been sent into PSA and only 5 graded as a PSA 10. Coming in at number 3 on our list is Deathbeam. 26 have been sent in as sample cards and only 1 has ever graded as a PSA 10. Coming in at number 2, no surprise, Chaos Crystal. 27 sample cards sent in and 8 graded as a PSA 10. When MetaZoo first came out, this was the second most popular card. Now I would rank it as about the 6th most popular card, because Loveland Frogman's definitely number 2. And obviously, no surprise, Mothman sample card comes in at number 1 with 30 copies sent into PSA and only 5 graded as a PSA 10, which is up a little more because less than a year ago I think there's only 3 copies as a PSA 10, now there's 5. So that is interesting that population report went up. Today is, what is today? Today is January 12th, 2024. I doubt this population report's going to change much at all, if ever. So anyways, comment below, let me know what you think. Are you surprised by any of the sample populations at PSA? So yeah, comment below, let me know what you'd like to see as a top 10 list. I have a whole bunch that I'm going to make anyways, but I'm always open to hear your suggestions. And we'll see you in the next video.